You ever notice something weird in America? We'll burn down a college football coach's career for going 7-5, but we won't say a word when a school graduates kids who can't read that diploma. If if your favorite team loses to a rival, people turn into medieval villagers with torches. Fire the coach, take his keys, send him back to D3. But if your local middle school has a 15% reading proficiency, crickets. People get quieter than a church mouse during offering time. Football is entertainment. Education is destiny. So why do we flip the outrage meter upside down? Well, here's the truth. Sports are visible. Schools are, unfortunately, invisible. Football has a scoreboard. Schools don't. As a matter of fact, they don't want one. Football has ESPN yelling. Schools have a website that nobody visits. Fans think that wins equals self-worth. Parents think bad schools equals somebody else's problem. So if a coach loses a bowl game, boom, fired before he hits the tunnel. A school loses an entire generation, well, let's form a committee. We're tougher on grown men who make millions than on systems educating our children. We demand excellence in sports, but accept excuses in the classroom. And here's a twist that nobody wants to say out loud. Half the people screaming at coaches couldn't pass the same seventh grade reading test that our kids are failing. America doesn't have an outrage problem. We have a misguided accountability problem. If we brought even half the energy we used criticizing coaches to holding schools accountable, this country would take off like a rocket. And don't get it twisted. This isn't just about teachers. This is about systems. Systems that can fail for 40 years and never get fired. Meanwhile, the coach loses 2 games to ranked opponents and suddenly he's the Antichrist. You want your team you want your team to win? Fine. But you should want your neighborhood kids to win a whole lot more. You should want them reading at grade level. You should want them ready for life. You should want them literate, capable, competent, and confident. But that won't happen if the only time we get loud is after a fumble. You want to know where the real change starts? It starts with the same passion, the same fire, the same intensity you bring to sports, aimed at education. My name is William Lawson, and if America learns to cheer for learning the way it cheers for football, we will be unstoppable.